Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is Kevin.
And I'm Nathan.
We have been in New Mexico for a while. We're in the city of Albuquerque, which is the end of our tour here in the state.
Our first stop is Petroglyph National Monument. There's a ton of old graffiti in these rocks. Credits go to the Native Americans, the Spanish, and some ranchers. A lot of different cultures would have been doing their own little art in nature's art gallery.
It is only 9 o'clock, but it is already very hot this morning. Guess who decided to join us today? Piper and Hadley. Dogs are allowed here in the park, but only in certain trails.
I am not going to pretend to be able to tell you the names of these trails. Kevin can help you more with that.
They're all in Spanish.
Yeah, they're not my language. However, you do have to drive individually to each trail. You can't just park in one place and have a day at it. I mean, I suppose you could walk, but some of them are several miles apart from each other. The other thing is that most of the parking lots are free, but Boca Negra, you do have to pay to park there. It's not expensive, it's just $2 on weekends and $1 on weekdays. Cállate, mamacita.
We woke up very early this morning and we packed the car. It is really packed. And we drove about an hour and a half to Albuquerque from Santa Fe. These are basalt rocks. Basalt is an igneous rock. I talked about those in our last video in Santa Fe. In this case, these ones have a ton of holes. That is because the lava that created them had too much gas in it, and when it cooled down, the bubbles popped. This is probably the cutest petroglyph I've seen so far. I apologize for all the sweat, but we did want to share a little bit more about the Petroglyph National Monument. Well, let's hear from Nathan about what a monument is.
A lot of people are confused and say, oh, where's the monument? The whole land itself, these many miles of land, is the monument. A national monument is designated by the President of the United States, whereas a national park is designated by Congress. Since this was designated in 1990, the president would have been George Herbert Walker Bush.
We are on to our next stop. This trail is called Piedras Marcadas, or Marked Stones, and it is right next to a neighborhood. Keep that in mind. Also, your dogs are welcome here. It was about a 15-minute drive from the last stop. We are on our third and last stop here at the Petroglyph National Monument, and I am very excited because we get to see volcanoes. You can find 3 volcanoes in this area. One of them is called JA, the one behind me. Then you have the Black Volcano, and then behind that is Vulcan. You are supposed to be able to go up the volcano. However, this one seems to be closed. But it looks like you can still go up the Black Volcano. That one over there is our friend Vulcan. You couldn't see him before. You can get some nice sweeping views of Albuquerque from here. It is a beautiful and relaxing trail, and as of right now, the only volcano you can climb is the Black Volcano, which is the one in the middle. He is in a rush to get to the next destination. After we finished with the trails, we came to the Turquoise Museum. But Nathan and I had to take turns because Piper and Hadley are not allowed in. But don't worry, the car is on and the AC is on full blast.
The Turquoise Museum offers an extensive collection of, well, turquoise. Here you will learn about the 2 different grading systems. Most gems only get 1. But here we have the Persian method and the American method, and each has its own way to classify these gemstones as the best. Interestingly enough, turquoise from a well-known source, even if it's of a lesser quality, can actually be considered a better product because it's from a more reputable source. In other words, it can be very difficult to establish yourself as a new seller of this product. If it ain't Gucci or Chanel, we don't want her. This museum also goes into the struggles and history of standardizing the labeling of this mineral. A lot of people were trying to sell fake turquoise.
It is day 2 here in Albuquerque, and this morning is beautiful. However, yesterday we had to cut it short because it was downpouring. We wanted to get ready, we wanted to unpack, and also get some rest because we have been walking all day long. But where are we going right now?
We are going to the Golden Crown Panaderia.
And after that, we're gonna explore the Albuquerque Museum and Old Town.
We just finished at the Albuquerque Museum and I had a great time. We came on Sunday in the morning because if you visit on Sundays before 1 p.m. it's free. Otherwise it's still not very expensive. It's only $6 for adults. Additional pricing can be found right here. It has some great exhibits. They are revolving, so I don't want to get too much into what the exhibits were, but they do range a little bit. Come check it out.
The exhibits were great, but it was way too cold in those rooms, and I wasn't the only one saying that. You know those books that they have at the end of an exhibit where you share your thoughts? There were lots of comments about the temperature in those rooms. So I was very glad to come out here to the 90-degree heat.
Hey look, it's Route 66. A portion of this famous highway travels right through the core of Albuquerque. We talked about Route 66 in our Santa Monica video, where it ends. If you haven't already, go check it out.
We wanted Piper and Hadley to join us today, but they have never experienced hot pavement before, or at least this hot. And we went on about a 5 to 6 hour journey today, and we finally got these boots. Piper is just rocking them, and Hadley, she just hates them.
Hadley sounds like a Clydesdale, just clomping along. So they both have dog booties on, but Piper also has baby socks on top of the booties so that she can look stylish. Hadley also had baby socks, but she keeps trying to take the booties off and therefore keeps taking the socks off.
That symbol over there is called Zia. It originated with Zia Pueblo in ancient times, but it is now the insignia of the state of New Mexico.
We just finished with dinner. We are about to go explore the old town of Albuquerque. It reminds me of downtown Santa Fe, but with its own unique charm. That's a cute door. It was also very quiet, but then you walk a few blocks and then you realize and you remember that you're actually in a big city. We woke up very early, and that's because we have a surprise for you.
That's right! Today we're hopping on a hot air balloon! Kevin is super excited, but he's not afraid of heights like I am. We booked this activity through Get Your Guide. We are not sponsored. This was hands down the most expensive activity we did while in New Mexico, but it was definitely worth it. It was about a 4-hour experience, and at the end, we got a certificate to commemorate our aeronautical journey. Hey, do you remember that symbol?
We're flying. He's still afraid of heights.
It's a comfortable basket though.
Albuquerque is host to the world-renowned Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, which happens every year in early October. If you're lucky to be here for that, you'll see hundreds of hot air balloons in the air and hear thousands of barking dogs. That's right, the whistling of the hot air balloons just makes the dogs go wild.
It was an awesome experience, but we just had some trouble landing. The balloon was just not having it. Luckily, we ended up landing on this road and not all those cactuses, or as botanists say, cacti. It's not that hot yet. It's just that there are a lot of bugs, and he's trying to get rid of them.
Today, I decided to bring you to the Salinas Pueblo Missions National Monument. It is about an hour and 45-minute drive from Albuquerque. This national monument is composed of 3 sites. This one is called Quirky. Now, the Quirky were the original people who lived here, part of the Tiwash Pueblo band of Native Americans. In 1626, when Spanish settlers came, they welcomed them with open arms. Unfortunately, a series of events led to this area's abandonment in 1678. The site wasn't reoccupied until the 1800s, when new settlers came and used the ruins in the area to create their own community. However, a series of Apache raids led to its destruction. When you come to this site, this is the main structure you will see. It is the remains of a church that the Tiwash women and children were ordered by the Spaniards to build in the 1600s.
At first, the Pueblo people welcomed the Spanish, but eventually the requests became too much and started creating conflict between the two groups.
This is a kiva. You can learn more about them in our last video in Santa Fe. However, this one's a square. There really is no explanation as to why, but it is believed that it was built this way as a conversion technique by the Spanish. What do you think?
I am walking through this maze. I just hope I find my way out. And I am just low-key scared that a snake or a spider is just gonna come out at me, try to eat me. There are 2 other sites to this national monument, but I only had time to bring you to one.
Here's a model of what this place would have looked like, but all you can see right now are the remains of the church.
Kevin just got back from visiting the Salinas Pueblo Missions National Monument, so we get to go to the Sandia Peak Tramway. Are you excited, Kevin?
Yeah, and if you say sandía in Spanish, that means watermelon.
Adult tickets were $29 plus tax. Here we go.
We just kept going higher and higher and higher, and the views just kept getting better and better. As Kevin would say, look at those rock formations.
Hey, why don't you join me over here? Come on, come. It's okay.
And that was the last we saw of Nathan. Bye, Felicia.
Just kidding, he's fine. You can ski here during the winter. Once you get to the top, there are a few trails you can do. Nathan wanted to do a 1-hour one, but he is mistaken because I have been walking all day long, so we're doing a 10-minute one instead.
There is a restaurant up here. You can make reservations in advance, and I would recommend it. They do have casual and fine dining. Also, check the park's website before you make plans because the start and end time of the tram does vary from season to season.
Well, you know I love fun facts, so here's one before you go. We were told that this place is called Sandia Mountains because during sunset these rocks look red, and the green vegetation around them make them seem like a watermelon. And I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty cool.
Hey all you wanderers out there, thanks for watching our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to find out where Rebecca bound to next. And remember, tequila!